into game number 1.
Key says the Wikipedia link is to 103 and so 104 up at the top of the chat there.
Oh, thank you. I will correct that right away.
Excellent. Very, very good.
I remembered to update the Matcherino, or maybe I didn't remember to update the
No, Matcherino's working. We're getting those 25-cent contributions here from Michael Ice, Just a Guy with a Crystal Death, Josie Herzog, Daddy Shaw, Hamlou, Shaw Rice, and an amazing $50 contribution to the prize pool from Just a Guy with a. So incredible generosity there. All this money goes directly to the players. It doesn't go to us. We're just trying to encourage the players to come back for more Africa Worlds. And the bigger the prize pool, your guys' donations really help them feel happy about coming back. So thank you so much.
Yeah, you guys are the absolute best with supporting that. I got that updated so you guys can check out the stats and everything. In the top left, we have got Astrea. I believe he's actually on the Matcherino team, so that's a good segue there. I was wondering what LMXL was for, but he's got the Matcherino logo, so I'm pretty sure he's one of the guys that was picked up by that team.
Looks like it. And in the bottom right, we have the, well, world champion. Not sure how to describe him. It's Dark.
Probably the Korean Zerg Hope would be a good way to describe him.
Yeah, I mean, fair, considering rogues and military right now. Dark is by far the best Korean Zerg.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, 100%.
So if you're Astrea in a best of 5 against Dark, how are you going to take him down?
So Astrea's games, I don't know. I feel like he's a really well-rounded player. He's competed in GSL before, so he knows what it is to compete against the best Koreans in tournaments like this. His macro is actually a lot better than I expected from him.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't generally recommend people do that against Dark, but I don't know. I feel like Astrea's got it in him to do it. I don't think he needs to win this thing with some kind of a cheesy 2-base all-in or some DT shenanigans. I think he can just keep pace, you know, get a 3rd, 4th base up, move into a bunch of splash damage, Storm, Colossus, whatever, and try to deal with whatever Dark's throwing at him, try to keep some pressure on the Zerg, and get into that late game.
Yeah, look at this opening. He's going for a quick double Adept opening, so going to be putting a little bit of pressure on Dark to test the waters. As far as an opening for game number 1, I love this.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, getting a pressure on a Zerg player. That's what you got to do. As we all know, you leave a Zerg player alone for the first, 6 minutes of a game and you just straight up die. It's really going to be hard to win that one.
Astrea moves the probe into position since he did have to, did move his Adepts across the map, so nothing at home to defend. Has to cancel that, actually, as the Lings get to work on it right away. There is going to be a Stalker out momentarily. Dark's having to deal with the Adepts, so he's not actually moving those Lings at all. Now, those Adepts move in, they shade, they kill off one drone, and they're recalled home just like that.
Yeah, drone down, did cancel a pylon, but that wall is going to get plugged up. This Overlord is going to die. So that's a nice win for Astrea here, too. Somicron, thank you for contributing $50 to the prize pool today.
Gosh, that is fantastic.
Phoenix of War with a $51.25 donation to the prize pool. Holy crap.
Jeez, that is records for our Matcherinos.
Oh, this is bad.
Oh, that is not good.
Oh no. I have not seen Speedlings do this much damage in a ZVP in a while.
Fortunately, the Oracle comes to help. It does chase the Lings away. 2 more Adepts pop out. So while it's a hiccup for Astrea, it's not the end of the world.
No, definitely not. Those losses are problematic, though. I mean, that was 2 Adepts and a Stalker that died to those Speedlings. And early on, it's just that much harder to defend something like this.
Yes.
Where your 3rd base is trying to come up, and now you have 1 Adept instead of 2, and it's just like, well, maybe it's actually enough to keep Dark away, though. Extra Adepts are coming in from the natural to help with that.
Oh, look at this, though. Dark's not wasting any time. The Queens are marching. The Lings are coming. Dark killed off a couple of units. He's looking to capitalize it. We'll see how much of a heads up Astrea gets for this. He sees the Lings, but I don't think he's seen the Queens, so he's got no idea. He does start up a shield battery, but there we go. Oracle's into the Queens, so Astrea has got to batten down the hatches as Dark is coming.
Ooh, Queen walks in 2023. You can't transfuse with them because they're off creep. They're not that good, Dark.
Dark doesn't care. He's just bringing them along. It's just a Ling Flood plus Queens, I guess. The Lings are now coming into the natural. One of those Adept Shades, she does die, actually. Now, the Oracles are waiting to pop their Pulsar Beams to chase those Lings away, but this is getting off to a bit of a slow start, actually. Astrea is pretty rock solid.
Yeah, Baneling Nest just finished. He's flooding Lings, making 7 Banelings at the front. No drones being produced behind this. It's 48 to 35 workers. If Astrea can just survive the next couple minutes, he can absolutely win this game.
Okay, the Lings go on, force the Oracles to activate their Pulsar Beams, but this is buying Astrea more and more time. He's getting up more batteries, more gateways, warping in more Adepts. The Banelings are the big question mark at the minute, though. If they can connect with those Adepts, it'll be big problems, but there's the Oracles targeting them down, so they don't get too many connections. The Adept shade back to the batteries, so
Field
they're actually going to stay alive.
This is the weirdest opening to a ZVP I have seen in a long time. What are you doing, Dark?
I love this. Now, there's 2 batteries here at the third base for Astrea, so he can keep those Adepts alive for quite a while. The problem is, though, there's actually nothing really to kill the Queens. The Adepts are really good against the Lings. The batteries will keep them alive for a while, but yeah, nothing to deal with these Queens, so they're actually getting work done. The Lings are kind of surrounding some of the Adepts, but Astrea's pretty locked in here, but yeah, still nothing to deal with the Queens.
Yeah, he needs, I don't know, some Zealots maybe a couple Stalkers to deal with these Queens. The Adepts are historically bad at it, and yeah, I mean, this third base going down is not the end of the world for Astrea, but he can't feel good about it. But yeah, keep watching the production tab. It's Oracles and it's Adepts, and I just don't think that's the tech you need here. Oh, he's going to get 1 Queen with an Oracle.
But still,
yeah, that's a start.
There's no more energy on these Oracles. The battery overcharge gets popped, but it just gets targeted down. Astrea's being pushed further and further back into this corner. But yeah, nothing to deal with the Queens, and they've just been getting off free damage.
I mean, they're not great at ground damage, but it's, 18 probes have died. The Lings and Queens have worked together for that. This third base is dead.
Okay, there's more Adepts for Astrea, but...
Oh, 1 Oracle gets sniped.
Okay,
Queen down.
Yeah, I mean... like, this attack has gone on for so long. Like, I do feel if some of these Adepts were Zealots, maybe it would have been a bit better for Astrea.
Yeah, and these Queens can't retreat. They're a million miles off creep.
Apparently they can, and Dark is just going to start walking home. Now, behind this, he's getting a higher drone count. He killed off the third base. The Oracles are going to activate their Pulsar Beams, but they don't have a ton of energy. This should allow Astrea to clean this up. And it's not going to be completely smooth sailing for Dark because there is counter-attack potential for Astrea, who is still just on Lings and Queens, but Dark is getting out a Roach Warren, so he'll have those in a minute.
Yeah, I mean, I think losing the third base was terrible, but the fact that he didn't outright lose the game and killed a bunch of Queens is awesome. The counterattack here coming in.
Yeah.
And Roach is on the way.
Astrea has got to get some damage done here, though, I feel. And he's got a lot of Adepts. They don't have Resonating Glaives, however, so we'll see how well they're going to do. I mean, drones are being pulled into this. Astrea almost has to target those Adepts. I mean, they are going to volley down one of those Queens, but this is max damage by Dark. As much surface area as possible with that drone drill. Kills off a couple of the Adepts. Only loses 3 drones. Man.
50 to 53 workers. Fourth base coming in from Dark. It's already done. Astrea's third base is warping in now. I don't know. I think Astrea's a lot is... I don't know there's much that Dark can do to win the game now, although he did just make 30 Zerglings.
Mm-hmm.
Samacron donates an extra $2 to the prize pool to take first place as a contributor for this week.
Oh my gosh, that is a great competition.
I think Phoenix is officially tapped. He's going to cede it to Samacron here, but somebody else might jump in. Who knows?
Okay, we'll Dark.
Oh!
He's getting ready for round 2 now. In come the Queens, this time with Dropper Lords, so there will be the ability to drop creep, to transfuse them. Astrea has had a lot longer to build up here, though. This is a bold attack by the Zerg player. Overlords are coming. It's a lot of Lings charging forward, but this is a significant ground force for the Protoss still. Oh my gosh, I don't know what to make of this.
And they're pooping creep, so the Queens can transfuse on this side of the map now.
Astrea can retreat. He's trying to kill off these Lings. So the stasis wards will hit some of the other units, and they do hit quite a few of the Ravagers, forming a bit of a Ravager wall for the next 20-odd seconds.
Yeah, catching those Ravagers, those are a big part of the army there from Dark, without a doubt. Immortals, there are no roaches for them to kill, which is tragic.
Yeah, I mean, they still do better than the Adepts did earlier.
Yes.
Now, the Stalkers are going to have Blink momentarily. The Oracles can come on in, activate their Pulsar Beams. Oracles deal lots of damage to Ravagers, to Lings.
Transfuses, though.
Yeah, transfuses, though. I mean, the Zerg seems to be wearing thin, though.
I love he got a creep tumor down over here. Dark, you madman.
Yeah, it's right to Astrea's door.
Yeah. Army value 72 to 53 in favor of Dark here. More Immortals, more Oracles coming in. Worker count still about even, which is not where you want to be as a Zerg player unless you're going to win the game soon.
Like, yeah, Dark does need to win this game soon. He is coming in towards that third base, and these probes could be in a lot of danger. Corrosive gets tossed down, but actually very few connections on the workers. The Oracles have no energy, though. It's really unfortunate for Astrea. Immortals have to retreat. One of them goes down. Dark is trying to break the natural. Where's that battery overcharge from Astrea? It's still on cooldown. It's going to be off in just a second. One of the batteries is still powered, but the Robobay and the gateways do get unpowered, so Astrea's production is limited a little bit. He's trying to get efficiency with those Stalkers, though. He's got another battery at his third, so he's going to have to choose which base to use it on. Dark tossing down Corrosive Biles again.
Disruptors in production by Astrea. I love it. Really hard to get a perfect split against Disruptors with Roaches and Ravagers. You're going to lose something. So anything that could be done to whittle this down by Astrea is going to be huge for him. Going to come down to those Disruptor hits.
This game has been like 12 minutes of non-stop attacking.
Yep. I love it. I love games like this where it's just aggression non-stop. No one can quite win. It's a battle of the Titans back and forth here.
And that goes to show Astrea's prowess, being able to hold on against Dark doing this. He's using the Oracles to clean up those creep tumors, and he is so good with these ground armies.
Are there 10 other players on Earth who could be in this position when Dark's been trying to kill them for 12 minutes this hard? I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I love this guy. Represent America. Let's go.
Yeah, absolutely. And so Astrea, I mean, he held on. Notably, he's got an upgrade lead kind of cooking. I mean, Dark did just start his 1-1, but Astrea's heading into his +2 attack, and that benefits all his ground units. He's got the Disruptors out. The fourth base is on the way. Dark's just getting up a fifth, but I think Astrea's in a pretty good spot, and he's kept these Oracles alive pretty much all game.
Yeah. It's almost hero-style PvZ with a number of Oracles here.
Yeah. And they are so useful. I mean, he could even beam down this hatchery if he wanted to, but he's going to save the energy. He's going to head towards the main base.
I love it when Ravagers try to Corrosive Bile down an Oracle. It's like, are you kidding? Those are so fast. Have you ever hit an Oracle with a Corrosive Bile Dark? Seriously?
Is he going to do it? Come on, Astrea.
No.
Oh, he's going to do it.
He's doing. Oh, yeah, easy. Look at that. Bam, bam, chunk, 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 chunk. Cancel,
Frickin'
drone
lasers,
down, get out.
man.
And Creep Tumor's getting sniped, too, on the way out. Beautiful. Dark's maxed out, however, on Roach Ravager. Working on his +1 attack. Centrifugal hooks for the Baneling's going to finish up here soon, too. Archon's being added for Astrea.
Yeah, it's... I mean, Dark's maxed out, but Astrea's not that far behind in supply. Like, he's only behind 20 supply, and for a Protoss, you can definitely overcome that. He just destroyed one of his own Stalkers, I think. I'm not sure what that was about, but... Anyway, we now see Astrea stepping a little bit forward. He's got the Oracles, so he can kind of zone the Zerg a little bit with those. Dark is tacking towards a Hive. He's probably the Zerg who loves the Hive the most.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably right about that. Very aggressive, but also loves his Hive. Ooh, a Dropper Lord in production here, too. Oh, with the Banelings morphing in. So we're going to try to get some Baneling drops onto the natural or possibly the third base.
Now, these Banelings don't yet have +2 attack, so they won't one-shot probes unless I'm incorrect there.
Yeah, no, you're right. I think it's almost a mistake to try to Baneling drop probes when you only have +1 attack on your Banes. Like, wait for the +2. You're going to get so much more value out of it. But I guess maybe if Astrea is not expecting it because +2 is not done yet, then you have the element of surprise. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he'll still get some worker kills probably, but
oh, there's
might be
the drop.
limited. Okay, we see Dark incoming. Oh, pardon me, I missed that drop totally.
Oh, but I don't think any probes died.
Yeah, looks like they're still about the same amount. Only 2 banelings unloaded, so
nice.
Can't have been that many lost. Yeah, Dark was simultaneously putting the pressure on Astrea. He's breaking down these rocks, which is going to be good for him with the more mobile army. Astrea.
Bit of an attack here at the natural base of Astrea. 2 roaches trying to get in. They get stasis. The banelings can slip in, but the stalkers are blocking with their bodies, and that's fine. The stalkers with shield battery. Oh my gosh, terrible control here by Dark. What was that? That was just 3 banes.
Yeah, it seems that Dark's kind of running headfirst into a wall here, as he's not finding any damage.
I mean, tiny bits here and there, but you're right. Almost nothing. Dark, what is helping him is that he's double expanding here. 12 o'clock and 5 o'clock position.
Banelings.
Oh, this is just...
That might help him.
Yep. I mean, the Archons can absorb 58 banelings, actually, and not really take too much damage.
Yeah. And there's so many Archons, and the stasis wards can also be huge, giving the Protoss player a place to retreat to. There's 1 going off, 2 going off, Lings are caught up. In goes Dark, though, not wasting any time.
Oh, the banelings hit the Archons, though, getting almost nothing done. Wow, what an absolute waste of those banelings. Dark.
Yeah, Astrea's going full in. The Oracle's using their pulsar beams on some of the Queens. The Protoss still has quite a force here. He's up a lot of supply. That 1 disruptor does get picked off, which is big for Dark, but he still may be dead here as the Stalkers go for an offensive blink. And yeah, there's not that much left for the Zerg.
He's at sub 50 supply on his army value here, but he's flooding Lings against this Stalker Archon army. Is going to force Astrea back. But dude, man, what an absolute waste of those banelings that he spent so much gas creating. Terrible. That was like me. That was like me controlling those banelings. You got to do better than that if we're representing Zerg here, Dark.
Yeah, I mean, it's tricky. That fight did seem a little bit sudden. I get the logic behind it, not giving the Protoss time to build like a big stasis ward backline, but going in right away didn't work either. Disruptor is going to get caught. Bad rally for Astrea. The Protoss is now getting up a 5th base, which will open him up to more counterattacks, as Dark has taken literally every other base on the map. I love this.
Yeah, he's not really using them for anything, but it does make it harder for Astrea to take it.
Yeah, makes it harder for him to run out of bases too, as he's always got a spare in the back, and looks like Dark will lose this one.
Yeah, 3-3 coming in for the Lings and the Banes. That Adrenal's already done for the Zerglings, which is always appreciated. +3 attacks done for the Protoss here. And yeah, Astrea's just kind of like... Wow, he sent a drone up to try to expand there. That's hilarious.
Dark toying with some mass expansion style. He does shut down Astrea's 5th base, which is a big deal as we approach the 18-minute mark. Probes are misrallied, long-distance mining, and all of a sudden... we may be wondering whether Astrea should have tried to end the game with that last push.
Yeah, I mean, would have been a tough ask for sure, but that might have been his window.
Oh, no.
Oh, Ling run by right into the natural, right into the main. Astrea's got some Zealots at the top right, taking down a hatch, but this is a lot of damage. Warping of Zealots will deal with these Lings pretty effectively. Robotics Bay might go down. The hatch does get killed by the Zealots, and they get out of there with their fast little legs. But man, worker count is 80 to 48 right now in favor of Dark.
Yeah, things have all of a sudden fallen apart for Astrea massively. I think if this game goes on too much longer, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. He's got a 3rd base with cannons and batteries, but these are adrenal gland Lings, as you said. And oh boy, Astrea has got to get there to defend, and I think he's just got to go for it after this. Like, he needs to clean this up and go for an attack.
He does, but the sheer amount of economy that Dark has here, I just don't see Dark having much trouble with it. He's bringing probes back into an active war zone. They're all going to die. These almost +3 attack cracklings are having a lot of fun killing these probes. 33 probes remain for Astrea. And that's it. Like you said, I think he has to go now. I think if he just sits back and waits, he's gone. There's no choice. There's death.
Yeah. Okay, so he is going to be going for it. Astrea's played an incredible game, but he's in a really tight position right now. There's so many Lings for the Zerg, and they are 3/3 Lings. The Protoss has 1 shield upgrade, but no armor ones, so these Lings just shred through these units. The Oracles have been found with lots of energy on them, so they can work on some of these units, but, I mean, it's the Zerg attacking the Protoss when it was supposed to be the Protoss attacking the Zerg.
Yeah, we're doubling the supply right now. Dark's up 200 to 100 total supply. That third base is dead, Astrea says. All right, cool. Let's base race this sucker. They say never base race a Terran, but there are no Terrans to be seen here.
He tries to get out of a Void Ray, but that's going to go down. Astrea is committing wholly to this base race as he starts another Nexus towards the right side, but he's just got so much less. The Cracklings deal so much damage, and yeah, Dark has got pretty much 200 supply still.
Yep. Dark doesn't really have a bank at all, but it doesn't matter. Dark takes game 1 in our best of 5, and Astrea goes down. But man, what a great game.
Yeah, what a fantastic game. Astrea, I mean, he played a great game there, but in the end, Dark was able to bring it back somehow.
Yeah. I mean, I really think it's just not enough splash damage, and I don't think Archons are what you wanted there. I think Colossus, I think Storm would have been really good in this situation. More Disruptors, I think, would have been pretty amazing too.
Yeah, we didn't.
The Archons absorbing the Baneling hits was awesome, but other than that, I don't think they did a lot.
Yeah, we didn't really see any Disruptor connections there. Like, Dark was pretty good at targeting them down.
Yep. So, you just need more splash damage, I think, there. The Oracles are good. The Zealots are good. The Stalkers are good. The Adepts are good. But you get into 20 minutes, 18 minutes against Dark, and you don't have enough, any Storm at all? Like, I just have some questions for you.
Thanks so much again to everyone who is hitting up that Matcherino. The $150 for the players already is incredible. It means we're already over a $350 prize pool, which is very significant.
Oh, 100%. I mean, it's the biggest one I think I've seen in my entire history of Africa.
Okay. Representing Matcherino, it's Astrea.
And in the bottom right, it's our dude, Dark. Playing for DKZ Gaming, which was a merger between Dragon Phoenix Gaming and Kazi Gaming. Yep, Kazi Gaming and Dragon Phoenix Gaming merged in March, and they've got Dark on their team, Heroes over there, Oliveira's there too. It's a Chinese team. Pretty interesting roster.
Astrea's probe scouting, which is a wise move on account of Dark's hatchery or his pool first.
Very nice. This is...
Oh, Dark, you dirty Zerg. He's going to go for a hatch block.
He is. Yeah, Dark is definitely a game changer. Bovine Slime. All right, pool finishes. 6 Lings on the way, but the Protoss has full vision of that, knows what to expect, is not going to expand, is going to put money towards Zealots,
Dark.
And there it is.
That's like
Can't really stop this.
Nope. I mean, you can have a probe down to kind of head it off, but yeah, chrono boosting a Zealot's about all you can do.
Yep. Lings are slow, but they'll get there. They've left their natural base. They're heading up as fast as they can here on Dragon Scales. Cybercore getting warped in here too, just trying to kind of block the hatchery in as much as possible. That Zealot is going to pop and start working on it.
This is where Protoss become architects.
Yep. I mean, they are generally. Knowing how to wall is like a huge part of their whole curriculum. All right. Probes coming in to assist our guy Bob the Zealot as they try to take down this hatchery. And then trying to have a secondary wall behind it, so when the hatchery dies, the Lings don't have free reign to get in here. But man, chunking a lot of damage off of these 2 gateways. This wall is not going to stand forever.
Another Zealot will pop out though, and Adept started up.
And it's down, and now the Lings decide not to engage too many probes. 2 Zealots is a good number of Zealots here. And once these Adepts come out too, it's over. So interesting open, but Astrea handled it about as well as you can expect anyone to. Although maybe don't get a full surround on these Zealots though. There you go. That's some pretty good positioning. Maybe bring some probes down and fight. We feel good about this?
Yeah, the Adepts are popping out now, though. So
all right.
totally
Zealot's
fine.
good.
All the Zealots
Oh.
survive. Wow.
Oh, I thought for sure he was toast. Nicely done. What?
Oh.
More slowlings? Dark, you madman.
Where did these come from?
Well, you see, he only has like 11 workers back home. That's how.
Only Dark would be like, ah, yes, another sixlings.
Right. Like, what? It's just throwing bad after bad here. Dude, that's enough. Why would you send these across? They're going to die. They're going to get no value for you at all. Oh, and then he
They're
just...
buying a bit of time, but...
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
As Dark
this is
takes
like a
third.
horror movie. The Last Survivor.
Michael Myers is chasing down the last one and just explodes it. Yep. Yeah, so Dark going for third base is a little, something. It's gutsy. I don't know. Is he gonna be? He's gotta make more lings. That just continues to hurt his economy, though.
Well, he's got to deal with the 2 Zealots and the Adepts. Otherwise, he... Oh, well, I think he's going to lose his third anyway. I think Astrea is recalling, fearing ling speed, but there is no such ling speed.
Yeah, he's seeing ghosts, and there are no ghosts. But are you... Dark, honestly, sir, what is happening? I haven't seen a professional Zerg player send this many slowlings across a map, perhaps ever in the history of Starcraft 2. What is this?
It's the Dark effect. He gets like 10% off his lings.
Man, he wins game 1 and he thinks he can do something dumb. Come on, man. And then he sends him home. Like, what? I do not understand this at all. I keep waiting for gas to get taken.
Yeah, that's fair.
It'd be nice. We're at 5 minutes. Yeah, I don't know, man. Dark. His mind is inscrutable to us mortals. Who could ever determine what is going on in the mind of Dark right now?
I mean, Dark sometimes does do this. Does do things like this, and it doesn't
utterly
work.
Right.
But then he manages to drag the game out for long enough that it doesn't really matter.
Right. That's true. He'll get more out of this weird strategy than anyone else ever could.
And that's exactly what he's trying to do right now. He probably hasn't taken the gases till now just because he was trying to get his mining income up. And he is now at 38 drones, which isn't great. He's going to have to pretty much pull off any defense he needs to on a hairstring budget. Hope Astrea respects him a little bit too much.
Which, you know, considering game 1, I would respect him a lot. However, Astrea does have a warp prism heading across the map.
Yes, and 2 drone killers in it.
Oh gosh, warp prism. Ow. Ow. 2 queens is ow. And then the slowlings are like, we got this. And the queens are like, we got this. Yeah.
Yeah, the Adepts are going to shade to the side there. He's going to cancel the shade, keep chasing these drones, and he's going to get a good few of them, and Dark can't afford to lose too many of these. The Prism boldly comes in and saves the Adepts. My gosh.
Wow, 5 drones down. Both Adepts survived. I would have not bet on that.
And
I thought for sure.
And Astrea isn't floating 600 minerals like I would be if I did that.
Truth. We can do that, but ignore the other half of the game.
Okay, a second Immortal is popping out. These sentries have been building up energy, so Astrea is going to push the Zerg. Astrea has lost 1 probe and a pylon this game, by the way. That's it.
Hallucinated Phoenix gets obliterated. Speed finally on the way at about 7 minutes. Not because this was a crazy low macro, insane, aggressive game by any stretch by Astrea. No. This was Dark just being like, who needs speed for a while anyway? He didn't.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, just shaded into where there are roaches. Bad.
Just kill 1 drone and get out.
I cannot believe there are slow wings at this point in the game.
Okay, Dark's
me
making
out.
Ravagers and Lings again. Is he gearing up for an attack? Or is this just for defense?
Considering he's making no drones whatsoever, I'm going to go with he wants to attack. So, Immortal Zealot Stalker Army. Templar Archives just finished. I'm not seeing Storm getting researched, and I don't see any High Templar being made for Archons either. Or Dark Templar, possibly.
Astrea delays his 3rd base by quite a bit. A very reasonable decision.
And Dark just kind of hanging out. I don't...
Oh! Prism goes down.
I mean, he was playing with fire there. That Prism was going to die.
Dark is still just making lings and queens. Now he fires up 8 drones.
Oh, 11. Good grief. Lair about halfway done at 9 minutes, or 8 minutes, which, you know, pretty normal to see hives at 9.5 minutes in the current meta. So
Protoss is
way behind.
+2 on the way. No upgrades started for the Zerg just yet.
Yeah, none whatsoever. It does have an Evo chamber in production. He'll start, I don't know, probably a +1 missile if I had to guess what he's going to work on here. Or, you know, nothing. There it is. +1 missile attack. And Astrea's over here with no Banelings to deal with the Zealots. Ravager's not bad at it. I don't know how I feel about this, Astrea.
Ooh, Zealots running towards the natural. That's really going to distract all the Lings pull back. So this is his opportunity. Some force fields potentially. There's a lot of force fields locking these queens in. Zealots coming from behind as well.
Queens just getting obliterated there. That was like 5 or 6 queens that died. Army value from Dark. Continuing, no queens in there, no transfuses, but just the sheer number of lings and ravagers and roaches is pretty scary. Dark going for the counterattack with the speedlings into the third base. It is scouted by Astrea, and he's got some High Templar here. What does he have High Templar here?
No storm in sight.
No. Turn them into an Archon, maybe? Weird choice, man. Infestation pit on the way from Dark. Makes sense. He's still just sitting there. Does he think he started Storm or something?
He might. Astrea playing with fire, unloading these Immortals. High risk, high reward, though, as they can pop off Ravagers and Roaches with ease.
Absolutely. Lings come back home after accomplish nothing. What? No. Yeah.
Turn those around right now. Astrea's got to think he's got Storm on the way, right?
He does. That is 600 gas you're wandering across the map by itself. Even if they had Storm, what are you doing walking them across the map? Astrea, friend, Roman countryman, lend me your ears. You're not researching Storm. He made
the
one
funny thing
Archon.
is, though, he selected those High Templar, too, when he sent them back.
What?
So, like, he's got to see he doesn't have Storm.
Yeah, and nor is he starting
to
it.
feed
Nor is
back
he
queens and then make Archons?
Oh, that's fun. I mean, he already killed all the queens.
That's the only thing that makes any lick of sense, though.
There are only 4 queens on the map. I don't think queens are as concerned right now.
Yeah, maybe he's thinking, though, that it's dark, so he'll have a bunch of queens, but...
Or infestors, maybe?
Yeah,
infestors
are on the way.
Yeah. Or vipers. He knows there's going to be something he can feed back coming in later, right? Man, Immortals. Creep clearing duty.
Remember when I said that Dark tends to just drag games out so that his bad opening doesn't matter?
Yes.
Well, he's at 200 supply.
He is. His upgrades are woefully behind, but other than that, he's okay. He made a single muta for hilarity. Yeah, a mutt. Okay.
There's
he started Storm! Yeah, you're right. Oh, that's a canceled Nexus. So it's funny, because in Brood War, what you can do is plague enemy units, bring them down to 1 HP, and then bring a single muta in and kill a bunch of them with, like, 1 volley. So I'm used to seeing that in Brood War, but I don't think I've ever seen it in StarCraft 2.
Big Zealot working in the main. These Zealots can cause a lot of carnage if left unattended. Dark, however, is bringing units home, but still, it's like 10 Zealots. It takes a bit to clean up. That 1 muta's not going to do it, that's for sure.
I love him so much. And he's getting a greater spire. Is he going to build, like, 1 Brood War?
It's Dark's pet, basically. Okay, there's the infestors.
Okay, Storm's still not done. Man, Astrea's like, man, I sure wish Storm was done. It'd be nice if Storm was done right now.
What a great game. Oh, the Zerg potentially getting a jump. There could be a fungal. There's one catches an Immortal and an Archon. 1 Archon goes down.
One of them's very close to death. Zealots will hack down this hatchery. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. That +3 is amazing. Storm is seconds away from completion, and here we go. Okay, Astrea is going to mount an attack now that his beautiful Psionic Storm is done. Oh, Dark adds some more Corruptors to play here.
Yeah, it's got to be for Broodlords with that Greater Spire.
Yep. And, yeah, that one Mutalisk still hanging out with those Lings.
And that honestly makes sense, seeing as how his gross lack of upgrades. Like, he's literally got no upgrades for his Lings.
Yep. 0-0, man. 0-0 Lings. Nice fungal. Oh, the bile connections are so much easier with the fungal. We're seeing more fungal in 2023, but I feel like we need to see even more of it.
Oh, there's some big Psystorms, but that's it for Astrea. The Archons and Immortals can be juggled back with the Prism. Dark's committing on in. Let's see how that +3 attack does, though, as the Protoss is whittling down the Zerg force, but then there's a single Broodlord, or no, 4 Broodlords are going to be out, so Astrea's got to go home. And does he have Blink? Yes, he does, but now he's got to deal with Broodlords. Dark's on 4 bases.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Dark only being on 4 bases here, where Astrea's humming on 4 is really bad for the Zerg. He's down on upgrades. He is down big time on economy. I mean, the worker count's the same, but that means Dark is oversaturating some of his bases here.
Dark really is just doubling down on these Broodlords as he fires up 6 Corruptors. He's crossing the map. He's really hoping that he can just checkmate Astrea here and that there won't be an adequate answer to the Broodlords, and that might be the case. The Protoss is moving forward down on supply. There's Psystorm, but all of a sudden Astrea is just going to be getting pushed back, and he's got to deal with these Broodlords, but I don't know if he can. He doesn't have that many Stalkers to his name. He blinks, he takes down one of them. Good Psystorm zones the Roaches to the side.
Yeah, it was a great storm, and that's it. If you have enough +3 Stalkers, you can one volley down a Broodlord, and there aren't like 15 of them. What do we got? The 4? Has he turned the other ones into Broodlord yet? I don't think so.
Good Psystorms going down.
Yeah, the Corruptor's flying. What are you guys doing? Good for you to do.
Okay, so reinforcements from Astrea come from the north. A couple of Stalkers fighting under the battery there, but Astrea is being pushed back by these Broodlords. He's hoping to thin out the Roaches so he can blink forward, but that is a lot of Roaches there, and the longer he fights, the worse it's going to get for him against these Broods. Can those Stalkers from the north blink forward and pick them off? He's going to blink.
Got 1.
Gets 2.
2 down. Pull back to the shield battery is warping in more Stalkers here, but it's 99 to 29 army supply. Dark is way ahead.
Yeah, and then
he's pulling back.
5 more Broodlords. Wait, what?
Oh, that's fun.
That is so abusive and smart of Dark.
Hey, guys.
Astrea is not going to be expecting that to happen. He blinks forward. He picks off 2 Broodlords, loses a lot of Stalkers in the process. Can he get that Infestor too? Yes, he can.
Okay. Pathogen Gun's getting started for Dark now that he's, had
this is so bad for Astrea,
like 5 minutes.
Like, his main is pretty much forfeit here.
Well, unless he recalls the Stalkers home to deal with them, but then what deals with these Roaches?
Yeah, and Dark will just put him back in the corner. There's so much airspace.
He needs a Void Ray. He fired up a Stargate.
He starts a Stargate for his singular Void Ray.
That will save him. Yep, he's expanding too. I love that.
Yeah, 100%. Dark hasn't even seen the space, I don't think.
Zealot's trying to go after this 5th base that Astrea is trying to toss up, or is it 6th now? I don't really know. I don't know if I've seen... Oh, so does get a cancel on that 6th base. He's going to try to attack into the 3rd base, maybe warping some more stuff in the main here. I've never seen Broodlords just casually take out a main base like this before. This is crazy.
This is very map specific. I wonder if that's why Dark actually chose this map. Anyway, Astrea is knocking Dark down to 4 bases, and 4 bases
again.
16 minutes into the game is not good. Psystorm hits the Roaches. There's not that much on the ground for the Zerg, actually. There's the one Void Ray going to be popping out in about 20 seconds.
That is so funny. It's still 128 to 59 army supply in favor of Dark here, but there's the Storm, and the Stalkers have the upgrades, and Astrea is throwing up a fleet beacon.
Yeah, the upgrades are huge. All those gates are unpowered, but look at that. The one Void Ray is actually going to be able to kill all these Broodlords.
Yep.
Dark's like, oh.
Too. Oh, right. I forgot. You have these. And counterattack left side from Dark here. You're going to run into
Astrea
Storms?
gets caught out a little bit. Is there energy for Storms?
Oh, gosh.
There mustn't be. No, there's not quite energy for Storms.
Oh, 3 High Templar just died. That was huge. He kills those.
Okay, still no Psystorm for Astrea. No Zealots to buffer for these Stalkers at all. So these Roaches are going to be able to get a lot of work done. The Ravagers zoning out the Protoss force. The Prism is in the main base, unloading these Zealots, which can actually do well against these Queens. We'll see if there's another Warpin to double down on this. Instead, Astrea is really focused on trying to defend this attack, and the Void Ray's actually coming too.
Oh boy, he's got to dodge some Corrosive Biles here, but he's going to be ooh, 2 Void Rays are actually way better than 1 here.
Yeah, and Dark doesn't have that much of an economy. I mean, Astrea's warping in a lot more Zealots. Dark's trying to long distance mine, but that's being shut down. These Zealots got fungled, but the Infestor will get killed by them.
Infestor's dying. The Spellcasters cannot die. Got another one. Pathogen Glands is done, so they can toss a fungal as soon as they pop out. But yeah, you're right. 86 to 50 workers in favor of Astrea is massive right now.
He's at 90 workers.
How is he? This is amazing. Astrea's playing so well here in game 2. I thought he was dead. He was. It was like 120 army supply to 20 in favor of Dark at one point.
This game is ridiculous. The fact that Dark's still playing it too, like he's on 4 bases. He just got up a 5th, but this base has been killed like 4 times this game. Astrea's got 24 Blink Stalkers and 2 Void Rays. The 2 Void Rays are actually pretty notable. The Voids are on patrol, actually, to shut down any roach harassment.
Ooh, Neural Parasite gonna finish. Neuraling those Voiders would be pretty awesome.
You gotta deal with them somehow.
Key says the previous record for audience contribution for an Africa World was 54, when $151.75 was donated.
Dang.
We broke that today. Well done. Thank you, everyone. I mean, +3 missile attacks on the way from Dark. He's upgrading those, but man, do his Lings have no attack upgrades, and there's no armor upgrades at all in this game for the Zerg.
Yeah. This is...
Wait, did Astrea throw up another Fleet Beacon? Did he cancel one?
He must have, yeah. Or maybe it was killed by the Broodlords, or... Yeah, he must have canceled it or something. Anyway, these Void Rays do get neural parasited and biled to death. Astrea's going to go for the counterattack, and all of a sudden we're potentially into a base race, but this time the Protoss actually has more readily available bases.
Oh, the transfuses on the hatchery. Gotta love that.
Yeah,
I love that Dark's researching Burrow at 20 minutes.
I mean, he's got
Big
Tunneling
fan.
Claws on the way, too. That could be a big deal.
Yeah. I mean, there is one observer here with Astrea's army, but...
Oh, can the High Templar feed back the Infestors?
There's a feedback!
After the Fungal, though.
Yes. Second
Another
fungal
feedback,
gets down.
Psy Storm. So many Psy Storms.
Oh.
But Dark can just burrow these roaches and heal them up.
I mean, not quite yet, but yes, eventually. Okay, so Astrea just made 2 more Stargates. He doesn't really have the gas to make things out of those 2 Stargates, though. So he's expanding top right, which I love. Man, I think he's okay on mineral. Oh, yeah. He's oversaturated that base. He needs to be getting gas on that thing. Or send the probe somewhere else to get minerals.
He's taking more Nexus. The amount these guys expand, I love it. Like,
I know. They're both so aggressive.
Bases are dying left, right, and center, but they're just building more.
I mean, that's one of the tricks to winning a game of Starcraft 2.
It is, yeah. The mass expanding, keeping up with your expansions is so important. Archon gets neural parasited. Psystorm and feedback annihilates that Infestor, however.
Couple Zealots in the 3rd base of the Dark. There was one down there at the 6 o'clock too, still getting some work done.
Oh, Roach is coming on in towards the top right.
Yeah, that newest expansion is going to die. Astrea's really not in a position to save it.
He can recall here? No, he doesn't.
Yeah, losing those Void Rays, but I guess he just feels they'll get neural parasited anyway.
And he just attacked in and killed like all but one of the Infestors.
Ooh, 14 more drones died. Good game, Astrea!
Wow, it's tied up.
I mean, look, yes, Dark went for a really terrible slow wing opening that got almost nothing done. But still, Astrea holding on and beating Dark in a 21-minute game. That's what I'm talking about. Astrea is capable of this stuff. And you'll notice he got Psionic Storm in 1. So, hey.
He did.
One piece of data is all I need to determine that I was right about that. But yeah, 1-1 tie up here. Astrea needs a bit of a break, so we're just going to chitter chatter here among us as we get into the lobby. I might actually go refill my drink here for a second.
Good call.
Enjoy the beautiful tropical background. I'll be right back.
Yeah, those were some longer games. Let me adjust my camera a little bit. Trying to get the cameras right is always a struggle. And we can actually work on that while Falcon is away. Yeah, hope you guys have been enjoying these games. I will throw as well. Let's see, when's Astrea gonna get back? Astrea is here, so we won't throw to a break. Falcon's in the lobby, so we can actually just start up. Yeah, the players are ready. Why waste any time? And big thanks to everyone for tuning on in. These games have been amazing, and this is why we say, come watch a Freako World every 2 weeks with us. Let your friends know. Make sure you hit that 1 up as well. As this is, yeah, a great match. I mean, it's one of those things as a tournament organizer. You never really know who's going to say yes to your cups when you invite a few players. And so it's kind of hard to predict the matches, and it's like, oh, you'll never know if Dark will say yes. And then you got to find someone who can take on Dark. And Astrea is the man, as he has taken Dark down multiple times in the past. And that's why we're lucky to have a great match because of it. Okay, early probe scout against Dark. Always a great decision.
Yeah, can be a scout, can be a hatch block. It's up to you.
Welcome back, Falcon.
Thank you. Yeah, probe comes in and says, you're probably going to try to take your second base somewhere else. And yes, indeed, Dark's like, whatever. Not as bothered by this as maybe I should be. Boom, 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 boom. All right, Astrea, get that storm up. You'll get a win. The Falcon guarantee.
Nexus goes up.
Yeah, I mean, nothing too crazy here. Dark's not going for his gasless Lowling open on 3 bases for no reason. Astrea's not doing anything crazy like a proxy. After that Cybercore finishes, that's where things will get interesting. You know what he hasn't made today is Phoenix.
Yeah. I mean, Phoenix are pretty bad against Lings, so...
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I just feel like you're kind of inviting Dark to go Muta against you if you don't have, you know, an early Stargate.
Yeah.
But maybe the meta's shifted, because it really used to be, if you didn't open Stargate, you were going to get muted in the face.
Yeah, I wonder why that shifted. Is it because the maps are different now?
Maybe.
What? So that, like... Yeah, I really couldn't tell you. Anyway, we have Astrea bringing this Adept all the way home. Another Adept is about to pop out. Can chase down 1 or 2 of these Lings. Probably won't kill them all.
Probably won't, but the slowing aggression will not stand again. Storm. Speed finishing up here from Dark, no problem. Oracle gonna pop here soon from Astrea as well. Smart. And spore time at about 3:30 here from Dark. That's when I like to start making my spores if I'm fighting against Protoss. You just never know. Dark Speedling's going to try to get a cancel on this third. Oh, coming up from an unexpected angle. I think they're going to get it.
Oh, the Oracle has to come back as the Adept gets surrounded. The Probe and the Adept go down, but the hatchery stays. But more Lings coming on in. That second Oracle's going to have to come out and use its beam right away.
Yep. And that's going to chase him off, but it's been softened, and a future Ling attack could actually take it down a lot more easily now. So nice softening there by Dark. Getting an infestation or evolution chamber early
Look at
here.
This. Right back in.
Round 3. And that Adept is dead, but she's sacrificing a life to keep this Nexus alive.
Oh, another beam activation. That's the third time.
Yeah.
And Dark is just making more Lings. He starts up +1.
It's hero style. That's a 4th Oracle popping out here. Astrea loves his Oracles today.
Against Dark, though, it's such a good call because, I mean, they're decent against Queens. They're great against Lings.
Great at picking off Ravagers.
And Astrea actually kills a Queen across the map, then zaps away at a couple Lings. Oh, he almost loses one of the Oracles, though. That would have been bad. Lings are hitting this third base hard.
Man.
Oh, one of those Oracles did go down.
Is he Queen walking again? Dark? Maybe. The answer is maybe he is. There's a Queen off creep down there. But probably not. Hey, a Void Ray. I like it. Oh my
Gosh, the harassment on this base is... It's insane.
I mean, what's he... how many Lings have died for, like, 2 Adepts and a kind of bruised Nexus, you know?
19?
Yeah. Not good trades, I don't think. A lot of investment in Lings for not the best return I've ever seen.
Yeah, now it's starting to go sort of south for Dark.
Yep. But hey, we've seen Dark in worse situations than this, and he comes back and wins, so whatever.
Yeah.
Twilight Council coming in.
I mean, 29 Lings is big, but it's not, like, horrific. He is behind on the drones a little bit. In come the Oracles. Get shooed away.
Charge getting kicked in here. Templar Archives warping in from Astrea as well. And Dark going back to the Roach Bane bag that he's got. He likes this strategy very much.
Astrea used all 3 pulsar beams.
Yeah. So, I mean, these Oracles aren't going to have a lot of energy for the future, but they're keeping the third alive. Yeah, you'd think a full energy shield battery and a Zealot would be enough to kind of hang for a minute, but...
Against
Oracles...
Dark?
No. Fair point. Yeah, immediately Centrifugal Hook gets fired up. 13 Roaches in production here, +2 melee attack. Oracles, 4 drones down, zipping out of there. And Storm getting started. Hooray! Astrea's been listening.
Ooh, cancels a shade, keeps those Adepts alive. Gets a creep tumor or 2, chases the drones away again, so Astrea's putting in the work and he's getting a little bit of damage for it.
Yeah, not bad. Couple Adepts murdered for it, but you know.
Oh no, not again. Astrea, please.
Astrea! Astrea!
Wakey, wakey.
Astrea, where were you? You're not attacking or being attacked. Ugh, that was gross. Oracle provides so much value too. Revelation. Stasis. Love the slow Overseer coming in.
Oh my gosh, Dark, I love you.
Changeling trigger of the Stasis is beautiful. And the Overseer stops, so it dies. Alright. Revelation is topped on those Roaches, and yeah. So Storm's done, Blink's coming in, +2 attack for the Gateway units. More and more Lings being produced, probably going to be turned into Banelings on some level. +2 missile attack is done. And yeah, 27 banelings. That's what I'm talking about here, with plus some missile attack coming in behind it.
Just about to say, like, as Astrea was putting up a couple of cannons and a pylons, like, he needs a more beefy wall at this base.
Yes, banelings are coming. Third base getting attacked by a Ling Ravager setup. No banelings here at all. Storm going to be pretty good in this situation for sure.
Storm galore.
And stuff heading up to that fourth base of Astrea 2. Split the base, or the, okay. All right, 10 probes died. Could have been a lot worse. I think there's still banelings in that mineral line, though. And they're gone. All right, so 10 probes down. Still 80 workers for Astrea. He's doing all right. This third base has seen some serious damage today, but he's living. And that's the whole point, is just being alive. Dark's maxed out on this Roach Ling Ravager Baneling.
Oh, there's
26 more Banelings. Yep, the Immortals are going to tear through these Roaches and absorb Baneling shots really well, too. So I like this call from Astrea. Yeah, I mean, this has been some pretty solid aggression from Dark, but Astrea's just kind of holding on, showing he knows what he's doing, and getting Dark to back out. Ooh. Banelings are not free.
Oh, Lings make it into the natural base. The Stalker blinks, but the Lings are already there, so it cannot wall that position.
Oh, that is disastrous. Probes are going to die in the natural base and the main base, a whole bunch. Probes are running to the natural, but I don't know if it's super safe in there either. Lings, oh, Banelings off creep, just kind of rolling up towards that fourth base. Stasis catches, yes, warping. No, not enough with the warping. Oh my gosh. Oh, the Banelings decided to go after the Zealots instead.
This is so chaos.
Super chaotic. 21 Banelings do go down. I mean, it could have been more, which is kind of crazy to say. Waiting for that stasis to wear off, always fun. And timing it so the attack comes in when the Lings come out of stasis. They do get an Immortal there, and Archon goes down too.
Yeah, all
Zealots
the High Templar got
that
picked
thing
up.
out. Wow. And Voidfree having a grand old time.
I mean, Astrea held on. He's at 70 workers. He's just warped in 8 High Templar, so you can make a boatload of Archons if he so wishes. In comes Dark again. More Banelings being morphed, but Dark has been constantly trading out his Banelings, hence why his resources lost are much worse than the Protoss.
And another fleet beacon gets charged up. I don't know if that's for Flux Veins or if Astrea really has interests in going into carriers here. I mean, against a Roachling Bane army, carriers would crush. So, not a terrible idea. Although Dark could just throw up a Spire.
That is true.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh boy. Dark making a pretty solid commitment up to this fourth base. Lings getting into that mineral line again.
The Lings
Field battery overcharge.
So bad, but the Banelings are
gone.
the problem.
Astrea says, let's go. Maybe? Just sending Zealots in to try to do something to distract Dark from wiping out this fourth base entirely. Oh, 31 probes have died. Remember when he had 80 workers? Astrea's down to 46 now.
Yeah, that's on the teetering point of no return. So it is good he's getting some harassment on Dark's side of the map, denying some mining, but he hasn't killed nearly the amount of workers. Dark also has a gold base while this is going on. The Protoss is still locked on 5 bases. You can see that third starting to mine out. The fourth has been harassed constantly. I think you may be right. Astrea may want to go for it.
2 Mutalisks from Dark this time.
One didn't work, so two's the answer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. These Immortals are all dead. The Archon is dead. Army value is closer than you might think, as a bunch of Archons and Immortals do show up. Once again, it's a really solid anti-Baneling army here.
Yeah, and there is a battery overcharge available for Astrea for defense. He's going for some counter harassment with
Nice.
Zealots, but Dark has very adequate defense at home.
Let's clear out a queen, which is cool. We'll take it. We'll make that trade any day of the week. Adrenal's about halfway done here. More and more roaches. And again, there's a fleet beacon and an extra Stargate. I don't know what for Astrea, though. He's not doing anything with it. Yeah, forced to cancel on that 5th base for Astrea. Immediately getting re-warped back in here. I guess the mutas are maybe anti-Oracle?
I was just about to say, I think you're right.
Interesting. But I mean, I don't know. How fast can 2 mutas kill an Oracle? With 0 attack upgrades. They're working on +1. Oh, that's interesting. He's giving them attack upgrades? Going back into Broodlords again.
Archon's just sitting there taking shots. One of them dies. That's an expensive wall.
They're a living wall, yeah. Oh gosh, and this creep is all the way up to the 3rd base. So Queens can come up here, transfuse, and be good anti-air against the Void Ray too. It is falling apart for Astrea real fast.
It really is, unfortunately. In come the Stalkers.
Like, who makes 2 Mutalisks, honestly? Stasis Trap, no. Stasis Trap, yes.
Do we need, like, Disruptors or Colossus or something here for Astrea?
Yep. Yeah, the Archons are the only splash damage in this
there's
army.
The 5th base gone.
Yeah, it's just not enough. Dark's casually hanging out on 7 bases back home. He's got 73 workers.
Like, Dark is trading worse. And Astrea's trying to defend as well as he can, but the Zerg's getting just enough damage.
Yeah, I mean, this might just be an Astrea needs to go kind of a thing, just because Dark's getting a bank. His ability to just fire up 30 lings and 12 roaches whenever he wants is a big problem right now.
Yeah, there's no splash for Astrea, though, really. Like, there's 9 High Templar on the map. Where are the rest of them? Okay. So he does have splash available. I mean, not with that attacking force, though. Ling's hitting that 4th base, Astrea's most valuable base. You can sure bet that Dark's going to be hitting other locations while this is going on, so...
Yep. Natural's going to lose a ton of probes down there, too. Archon's getting surrounded and executed. High Templar getting directly targeted and picked off by Ravagers here. They're not really doing anything. There you go. Finally, some Storms get tossed down. Oracle try to finish off the Bruise, Ravagers, and Roaches down there, but man, it's 54 probes to 73 SCD, or 73 drones. That 5th base of Astrea is getting assaulted, and there's enough of a defense there to keep it alive, at least for now.
Thank gosh for that. That would be very bad if Astrea loses that base at this point. We're 17 minutes into the game, and he's still getting phenomenal trades against what Dark has. Well, not phenomenal, pretty good trades against what Dark has, but the Zerg's confident enough to go for a Greater Spire at this point, and why wouldn't he be? Astrea hasn't done really any damage to Dark this game. It's just been constant attacks for the Zerg, and Dark can now transition into his endgame.
Yep, I mean, he's killed some drones here today for sure, but not enough to cripple Dark to the point where he is, bleeding. And once again, just nothing but Archons being produced. No sign of Disruptors, no sign of Colossus. I don't know. I don't know what's making Astrea so reluctant to make those 2 units today.
Yeah. I'm not too sure either. Battery overcharge gets popped to keep those Archons alive a little bit. Multiple defenses going on at once for Astrea, but while this is going on, Dark's making Corruptors. He's going to have Broodlords on the way.
Yeah, he's going to show up with like 6 Broodlords and just kind of handle it. God, okay, 2 High Templars survived that engagement somehow. That was amazing.
4th base defense gets cleared out. Now it's just 1 Immortal there and a couple building batteries, but Astrea's got to react to that. His supply has been stagnant or going down. Ling's Burrow, oh, that's such a pain. And there's the Broodlords. How many stalkers is there? There's 13 stalkers. That's not enough. There's also going to be a large baneling count probably, as Dark is maxed out, so he can make basically all those with his leftover resources, and that's not too good for Astrea. In come the Broodlords.
Call it a day. Second game in a row, Astrea's made a fleet beacon and used it for absolutely nothing. I don't get it.
I get he's been broke, but he kind of just gave up and has been playing the strict defensive game. There's a carrier on the way, but that is way too late. Broodlings trigger those stasis wards.
Roaches get caught up in it, though. That's nice.
Yeah, Astrea
Counterattack by Astrea, other side.
Yeah, and he's got to do this. He is pulling the Broodlords home. They're kind of out of position, actually, right now. The Stalkers could potentially blink on them. So this is what Astrea needs to do. And he's taken the momentum away from Dark as he kills off a base. He's got a carrier on the way.
A little carrier that could. He needs to kill like 2 more bases, though. I know you're proud of killing 1, Astrea, but...
Oh, man, he goes for it. Underneath the Broodlords. There's going to be Psystorm behind this, but there's not enough Stalkers, I don't think.
No. Yeah, nope. That did not go well. It was a nice attempt, nice little poke there, but way too much supporting stuff there from the Zerg player for that to happen. That's actually an amazing Zealot position.
Yeah, it is pretty darn good. So Astrea trying to keep the pressure on the Zerg, prevent Dark from just ending the game with the Broodlords. That's what Dark's going for. Put the Protoss into an unwinnable position. The Stalkers do come forward. They blink. They've only got +2, so they don't quite volley that Broodlord down in one shot. In comes the carrier, but there's Queens to defend it.
Yeah, and I mean, the Queens have +3 attack, too, so that interceptor count is not going to be really much of anything. Third base dies. Doesn't represent a main source of income. That was a main source of income. That is 22 probes down. Baneling attack, clearing everything of importance there. At the 5th base, a 6th base attempted by Astrea in the top left is in a lot of trouble, too. Corrosive Piles trying to take down a carrier. Shield battery overcharge is popped, and Astrea's got a counterattack going on down to the south, too.
I mean, supply is still even, so by that logic, his ground force is going to be much superior to Dark's. So
Dark can replace them more easily, though. I don't know. I mean, looking at it, 2,000 minerals, 700 gas in the bank. Production, just roaches and banelings non-stop here. Astrea is able to make a few zealots at a time, maybe un-Archon. He does save that 5th base, which is huge.
Yeah,
and this little Immortal Archon army is just kind of casually wandering down.
Yeah, there's nothing that can really challenge this right now. There's a couple of High Templar, too, that can Psystorm. Some roaches are getting on top of this, but look at that. The Greater Spire is going to go down.
And Astrea down the right side trying to get some attacking, too.
Yeah, the carriers are also an option. Getting some work done.
Corruptors have been fired up by Dark.
Okay, there's the recall. Saves all but 2 of the Archons. And the recall's actually perfect defensively here. But it might not actually be just enough. This base is going to go down, it looks like. Not quite.
If Dark chooses to kill it, yeah, but he's not for some weird reason.
He's got to target it down, right?
He has to. Dark. Dark.
It might not even matter.
Okay, if the Corruptors come in one at a time and get murdered, though.
Yeah, Astrea's got nothing. He's down to 60 supply.
Yeah. Nexus down. Oracle's trying to save the day here. Astrea being a little bit stubborn, but his economy's in the toilet. He doesn't have any kind of a bank at all. It's 81 to 22 army supply in favor of Dark right now.
Yeah, you got to give it to Astrea for fighting that out. He was in a very poor position for a lot of that game. And there was a glimmer of hope towards the end there, but then just, I guess, he just didn't quite have the supply after that, like, 10 minutes of beating he took.
No, definitely not. I mean, the army value, the defense was there. He did a great job, like you said, getting trades consistently throughout that game, but at the end of the day, too many bases for the Zerg player. He was able to afford to take massive losses compared to what Astrea was doing. And then, yeah, just able to kind of deal with whatever on Earth Astrea was going to throw at him, which ended up being carriers, and they didn't quite get it done for him. So, yeah, if you're going to do carriers, you got to get more bases up faster and commit to it if that's what you're going to do. And I don't know. I just kind of feel like Dark is not the one to kind of fall to carriers these days. I'm not
Yeah,
even sure if that's the right idea.
like, I understand the logic of what Astrea was doing. Like, you think, oh, if I defend against the Zerg for a few attacks, then I'll have my opening to sort of counterattack, but it just never came because Astrea's defense wasn't good enough.
Yep. All right, we're on Neo Humanity here.
Okay.
In the top left, from Dragon Kaizi Gaming, it's Dark. He's up 2-1.
And in the bottom right, showing us he's a top tier Protoss, it's Astrea.
All right. Well, Dark is going to go for a hatch first. Nothing crazy here. No pool first play. No slowing shenanigans. Just going to play at a very normal 16 hatch. Astrea not even bothering to probe scout. Interesting.
Yeah, which is surprising since he did that every game, but it kind of makes sense when he's going for a Nexus first.
Yeah, fair point.
Which is a bold move, by the way, against a guy like Dark.
It is, but Dark's not going to scout it. Nobody's ever going to drone scout at this level in a ZVP. Somicron and Bovine Slime in chat say GG. Yeah, that was a pretty great last game for sure.
Oh, this entire
Good series.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, no pressure game 4. You need to live up to the hype. Has to be a good one. Yeah, this is Astrea being like, oh, so, okay, cool. You're playing standard when I went Nexus first. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I needed. And the Overlord says, hang on a second. What are these shenanigans?
Oh,
Why did that Stargate just finish?
Look at this wall for Astrea, too. This is why Protoss like this map.
Yep. Pretty solid construction there, I would say.
Or this one's actually Dark Spec, pardon me.
Oh. Yeah, Overlord can't really do anything about it. And again, Dark can't do anything about it except take a really fast third base or try to go for some kind of 2-base super aggression. Where's this drone going?
To kill the probe.
Oh, the
nope.
drone. Okay, so yeah, third base at the Rich Vespine Geyser base is a way to do it. I'm a fan. Wow, that's awesome.
Double Adept for Astrea. He can move out to scout with those, or he can try and deal with the one Ling in his base.
All right, Dark, can we get away with his Rich Vespine Geyser base expansion? I don't see why not. Depth's on the patrol, trying to see if there's any kind of a crazy 2-base attack coming in from Dark, but he knows about third base, so not really a big deal. Yeah, I don't know that Dark was going to go for that Rich Vespine Geyser base, except that he scouted the Nexus first, so that's really fun.
Oracle's on the way. Third base on the way up to follow up that quick natural base. By gosh, this is 2 forward bases staring right at each other.
Love it.
Oh, Astrea temporarily started attack upgrades for the Cybercore, but then canceled it.
Interesting. He really wants to go carriers today, doesn't he?
I mean, they're good.
They're good. I just don't know if they're good against Dark. I don't think I've seen Dark die to that in a long time.
Oh yeah, the trick is surviving long enough to...
Right. And Dark's not really interested in letting you do that.
Then all of a sudden, Astrea moves in with all these Adepts. Looks like he's going to lose one, but then shades on out. How is... Or, yeah, 5 Lings dead. Interesting. As long as Dark doesn't queen lock like he did in the previous game, the Adepts can't kill the queens.
I'm waiting for like a resonating glaives play from Astrea.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
it's been charge and blink so far. I know, but it's been charge and blink so far.
Show me glaives. It's a Dark Shrine.
Dark Shrine. I'll take that. I'll take it without any question.
Yeah, I mean, no lair for Dark. He's got the 3 spores. Oh my gosh. And he is going to have the DTs eventually, but the problem is it's Neo-Humanity. So these Ravagers walked out their front door and they're already on Astrea's side of the map. The Adepts are going to try and target down one of those Ravagers probably before their shade completes. They almost get one. Battery and cannon at the natural base. Astrea's got a big defense to make here.
Yeah, he's target firing down the Ravager. Can't get the Ravager. Has to shade out, shade back in. This Stalker is not enough at all. Nice Prosabile. Ooh, depowering here. Everything at the front except for that cannon, I guess. Yeah, I mean, Oracles are good, but...
Astrea's just playing for time here till he can get the DTs out.
How fast can DTs kill all this?
I mean... The Queens and the Ravagers decently quick, the Lings not so quick. The Gateways are also unpowered. There's 2 more finishing in the main base. The Adepts are going to hold the ramp. The Probes are going to retreat. Astrea has the DTs out now, so they can get to work on this, and it's probably going to be at least a dead Nexus, though.
Yep. Yeah, I think we're done. DTs are fun and all, but not when they're defending against the Swarm. Lings can't break this. This is like 3 shield batteries. Dark disagrees. There's 1 DT in there. Hacking away. Ooh, good stasis. Ooh, good transfuse on that queen. Getting back onto creep there. Ooh, double stasis. Okay.
I mean, worker-wise, Astrea's ahead by 6.
He is, and he's got 2 bases to the 3 bases of Dark, which is a fine place to be, too. And he's working on upgrades, and Blink's almost done. And the Lings evacuate from this 3rd. They don't want to play. Replacing the natural here. I don't know. I feel like that was a kill the Protoss move, and it didn't kill the Protoss.
Yeah, Astrea definitely got messed up, though, as he's floating 1,100 minerals for a minute there. Warps in a few Stalkers. He's got +1 and Blink on the way, but he did take a big hit from that. Lings for Dark looking for blood. He's got 45 to play with still. He's heading towards the natural. The wall does not get up, but the Adepts are enough to dissuade the Zerg from going in.
So alright, that looked really bad for Astrea, but he seems to have stabilized fairly well. I mean, it's a 76 to 33 army supply disadvantage for him. Dark's throwing up a 4th base too, but I mean, Astrea's got his 3rd, so really not that big of a problem for the Protoss.
Yeah, his worker count is decent. It's not like Dark's got a huge economic advantage, but look at this map. The creep is already on his door.
Yeah, if you're able to start a 3rd base that far forward, that's a nice benefit you've got. Once again, just no splash damage. It's an Archon here. Okay. So, I know we said we were dead earlier, but this is looking extra bad. Look at the circle of life on that cannon. Lings can't get through. Probes hold positioning in a circle around it. Archon at the front dies. Stalkers can't handle this.
No, they can't. A bit of an underwhelming end, it looks like, for Astrea, putting his faith in DTs that didn't pay off. I'd say largely due to the map and how quick of a rush it was. Like,
yeah, 100%.